Aye, so if you're watching this video, I'm guessing I've got one of these guys, the Flipper Zero. What I'm going to show you in this video is how to put custom firmware on the Flipper. As you're probably aware, there's a choice of several different firmwares for it, such as Extreme, Momentum, Unleashed and many others. For purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and install Momentum on it. So before we get started, all we'll need for this is the Flipper itself, a USB cable, and of course a PC or laptop. One other thing I'd like to point out is we're going to use Google Chrome. It's not my choice of browser to use every day, but for purposes of installation and flashing of the firmware, it seems to work best, so we'll go ahead and use that. Before we get into the video, I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor, PCBWay. PCBWay and Flipper Zero go great together. As we'll see here, there's lots of things we can buy for the Flipper Zero over on PCBWay. Thanks again to our sponsors, PCBWay. They have everything you could need for your electronics projects. For what we are looking at today, the Flipper Zero, it's a great place to go for community made projects. They even offer CNC machining, sheet metal, 3D printing and injection moulding. They also offer a prototype PCB assembly service with quick turnaround times and good prices. The process is very quick and easy. Simply upload your Gerber's file and PCB will do the rest. They currently have a $5 welcome bonus. Check them out from the link in the description below. So what we'll do now is download and install Chrome, making sure that's ready to go for the install. The best practice before putting our custom firmware on the Flipper is to make sure that the current original firmware is up to date on it. So to do that, we go to the Flipper Zero website, go to downloads and then download the QFlipper app and install that. So once QFlipper is installed, let's start that up. So as you can see, it's now telling us to connect to the Flipper to the laptop, so we'll go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and connect it to the laptop. So what we want to do now is install the original latest firmware for the Flipper, so we'll go ahead and click install, update, and just let it run its course. You'll also see the Flipper turning on and off a few times. That's perfectly normal as well while it updates. Again, just let that run its course. So now we can see the update was successful. We can click continue and no further updates required. What I should have pointed out at the start of this video is we do need an SD card for this, so I think it takes up to 128. You don't need a huge one on it. 64, even 16 is perfectly sufficient for it. So what we'll do now is head over to the Momentum website and install the Momentum firmware onto the device. Remember, if you're using Firefox or some other browsers, this may not work, so for purposes of this, you're definitely better using Google Chrome. So once we're on here, with the Flipper plugged in, let's go to install and click connect. Once this screen pops up, what we want to do is click that, then connect. This usually takes a couple of minutes, so don't worry if it doesn't look as if it's doing anything. it is in the background, so we'll just let that run its course. What to do is unplug the flipper and then plug it back in again. That should hurry the process up a little bit. What I done there was unplugged and plugged the flipper back in and clicked install again, and it came up to this screen, so that's us ready to flash the custom firmware. It's worth pointing out that these firmwares are updated quite often, so as you can see that's just from last week, and below it just gives information of what has been updated and stuff like that. So what we do now is just go ahead and click flash. This will take a couple of minutes to run through, so again just leave it to do its thing. So as before, that's it flashing to the flipper, and again the screen will turn on and off a few times. Again, that's nothing to worry about, just let it run through its course. So that's us now on the Momentum firmware. What I would do is recommend trying out all the different custom firmwares. I couldn't tell you which one's best or which one isn't, so for me it's just a case of trying them all out as well. So I hope this video helps. In the future I'll be back with more videos as I'm learning how to use a flipper and what kind of stuff to do with it and that. The next video will probably be dealing with the file structure and where to put files. So hope to see you again and enjoy. Thank you. Bye.